There will be times when life hits you hard and keeps hitting you and it just won't let up. But when you have your toolbox stocked with the things that help you climb up and out from your proverbial pit of despair, you'll move through the darkness a lot faster. Welcome to the Seeds of Growth podcast. My name is Pumehana Palmer. I'm a mindset and growth coach to new real estate agents, small business owners, and high-achieving female entrepreneurs. I believe that true success happens from the inside out, and I'm on a mission to plant seeds of growth and transformation, one powerful conversation at a time. Each week, I'll bring you a solo episode, interview, or coaching experience with business owners just like you to help you shift your perspective, elevate your beliefs, and build a business that inspires you. Now let's dive into today's episode. What's up, friends? Welcome back to another episode of Seeds of Growth, where we have powerful conversations that plant seeds of growth and transformation in the minds of entrepreneurs and real estate agents just like you. My name is Pumehana Palmer. I am your host, and I am beyond excited to finally be sharing this episode with you guys. This episode was actually recorded and edited last year after I got COVID with my kids. But by the time it was complete and packaged and ready to go, quite honestly, I figured that an episode on me getting COVID was moot and irrelevant. At this point, it had been well into 2022 and everything was open. The pandemic was pretty much over. After I've had a chance to sit on it for over a year, there's been intuitive nudges that I really need to launch it, and you guys really need to hear this episode. The takeaways and the tools that I shared from getting COVID and from that adversity could really serve you guys powerfully. And that's all I'm here to do. So with that, my friends, thank you for letting me go against my previous judgment and present to you my major takeaways from getting COVID last year. What's up, guys? Pumehana Palmer here with another episode of the Seeds of Growth podcast. Super excited about today because I get to share my biggest takeaway from getting COVID. Now, I went through the whole pandemic from 2020 to 2022. I went 2 years without getting COVID, but it finally hit me, and it actually hit my 2 daughters, and it was wild. So let's just dive into it. My daughters and I got COVID after we came back from our friends/family trip to Kauai. And it was a huge eye-opening mental challenge for me. Of course, I'm a mindset and growth coach. I am passionate about the growth mindset and not just thinking positively, but just the self-actualization, the self-growth, and personal transformation journey. So I actively look for and glean lessons in just about everything that I do in life. So getting COVID, actually the craziest thing for me was the aftermath of being sick. It was worse than the actual sickness. Now, I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure that I got the Delta variant. I don't follow the different variants, but after speaking with some people, I think I had the Delta variant. So my experience was this, just for a little bit of context for you guys. It was basically like having just a terrible, ridiculous flu. I had 104-degree fevers, chills, just major body aches. I didn't lose my sense of smell like other people, but I just a significant loss of appetite, no energy, restless legs, which was weird. And it was just, I was constantly uncomfortable for, like a week straight, major headaches, and I just all around wasn't sleeping well. But it was actually the 8 to 10 days that were so interesting afterwards. I had the craziest brain fog. It was ridiculous, like to the extent that I almost felt, this is going to sound terrible, but I almost felt dumb in social situations. And just, I had really, really low energy. There was a particularly humbling encounter while I sat open house because, yes, I am also a real estate agent, a residential real estate agent here in Hawaii. But I was sitting a broker's open house with a friend at a $2.7 million listing. And there was a client that came in that just asked me, it was a seemingly straightforward question. And looking back at it now, like it was kind of a duh question. But my brain fog was so significant that I couldn't answer him. And I probably made a fool out of myself. But, that's another story. But let me tell you, these things, the brain fog, the low energy, and just my physicality that wasn't 100%, it really took a toll on my mindset. Like the imposter syndrome that hit, like it hit hard. And it was so interesting. Man, I drove home from that open house legitimately. Like I felt like a piece of shit, man. It was, what am I doing here? What is my life even? But in true mindset coach fashion, I had to question it and I had to detach from the emotions and from the narrative. And I simply questioned it. But my biggest takeaway from this whole experience of getting COVID, having COVID, and dealing with the brain fog and the low energy, my biggest takeaway is to stock your toolbox. And let me tell you what I mean by that. There will be times when life hits you hard and keeps hitting you and it just won't let up. But when you have your toolbox stocked with the things that help you climb up and out from your proverbial pit of despair, you move through the darkness a lot faster. So let me share with you my 3 go-tos while I was dealing with this. Number 1 is journaling. Whenever I need to get out of my head, I literally get everything out of my head and onto paper. I write it all down with tears and snot dripping onto the page. Gross, I know. But there really is an interesting shift that happens once you give voice to the voices that you normally suppress. After a while, they start to quiet down. And then there is a still small voice of love and reason that starts to come through. My second go-to was EFT tapping. Not sure if you've heard of it, but EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. And that has been a saving grace for me. Now, EFT tapping is basically a blend of modern psychology, Chinese medicine, and neuroplasticity. So from the Chinese medicine standpoint, there are meridians or channels within the body that energy travels through. From a neurological standpoint, there are neurological clusters in the different nerve endings within your body. And it's proven that acupuncture, or when you physically tap on these different meridian points, that it stimulates and evokes activation of the different central neural pathways. And studies have shown that when there are traumas and significant events that happen, there's energies and clusters that get stuck within the body. And what tapping does is it helps to release that. Now, there's different algorithms, there's different, I don't want to call them affirmations, but basically different lines that you say while you tap on these energy points and meridians to help to release these clusters and these blocked energy centers, or this blocked energy within your body. And so I use tapping to move through that. I use the tapping to move through the imposter syndrome and legitimately feeling like a shitty agent. There's a saying out there, feel it to heal it. And that's exactly what helps you to do. It allows you to feel the feeling and the emotion that you have been pushing down and you bring it to the surface and then you release it. And lastly, people. Straight up, people helped me move through this difficult time. I'll tell you, I'm an extrovert. I've actually had to do a lot of work around that and being able to say that I'm an extrovert, because there's a tiny bit of shame that came with the fact that I actually like being around other people. I have so many close friends who are introverts, and I felt almost wrong for being different. So we are a species of community. It really isn't healthy for us to be separated from the outside world. Yes, we have our immediate family. Some of us do, at least. But it really just isn't the same as looking into the eyes of and connecting with a close friend who really just gets you. So there you have it. Those are my top 3 go-to tools in my self-growth and personal transformation toolbox: journaling, tapping, and community. Those things really helped me to move through the difficult time in my life that was brought on by COVID, but it was really helpful. I hope this helps you guys, and I hope that the next time you are in a difficult spot and you are down in the dumps, I hope that you can use any one of these, journaling, tapping, or talking to someone else, as a means to move through it. Thank you so much, guys. It's always a pleasure, and we'll see you next time on the Seeds of Growth podcast. Aloha.
Thanks so much for listening. If this episode served you, please do me a small favor and head to your favorite podcast platform to rate and review the show. Your small act will play an exponential role in getting these powerful conversations out into the world. Be sure to connect with me on Instagram at @PumeHanaPalmer and DM me with your insight and takeaways. See you next time. Aloha.